Topic 7, Lesson 8, dividing a decimal by a decimal. You will use a standard algorithm to divide decimals by decimals, but you are also going to do a picture representation, which is what we're going to start with. Before we start, make sure you have your hundreds grid and colored pencils and a regular pencil. Okay, so our first problem here is 1 and 15 hundredths divided by 23 hundredths. So with this one, this 23 hundredths being the divisor, that can either tell us how many groups there are going to be or how many are in each group. Okay, so this is how we're going to start off. First thing you're going to do is outline 1 and 15 hundredths. Okay, because that is what we are going to divide into groups. 1 and 15 hundredths. So I know that each of these represents tenths, so there's 1/10 and 5 hundredths. So let's see if I can do this smoothly here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I think I can. Okay, so I have my 1 and 15 hundredths. Okay, because each square represents a hundredth. All right, so we're going to divide into groups, and each group is going to have 23 hundredths in it. So this is where we're going to need our colored pencils. I wish I had several different colors, but I only have 3, so we'll just start with that. So my first group needs to have 23 hundredths. So I'm going to shade 2/10 here. 1, 2, beautifully done, of course. And then I'm going to shade my 3 hundredths over here, just so I can, I just want to separate those. It'll be easier to tell in the end. Okay, now I'm going to do it again and make another group of 23 hundredths. And I'm just using alternating colors. So each time I use a new color, you use a new color, and they don't have to be, like I said, the same colors as mine. Okay, here's 3 hundredths. All right, next up, 23 hundredths again. Shade yours in, 20, and then we'll do a little different look here. There's 3 hundredths. Okay, going back to blue, or excuse me, red, 2/10, and if I've been saying hundredths, I apologize. This is 2/10, okay, or 20 hundredths. And I'm going to do my 3 hundredths again. I'm almost to the end. Okay, so far I've got 1, 2, 3, 4 groups, and I can make one more. Shading 2/10, and I've got 3 left. Perfect. 3 hundredths. Okay, so I have a total of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 groups. Okay, and each of these are included in when I counted that. 1, 1, 2, 2, 3, 3, if that makes sense, and so forth. So I know I have a total of 5 groups. Okay. Now I'm going to represent the same problem with the standard algorithm. I'm going to write it out. 1 and 15 hundredths is my dividend, and 23 hundredths is my divisor. So in the standard algorithm, the shortcut, the way to make it easier, okay, is we multiply by however many number of places there are. Okay, we multiply by that multiple of 10. So 23 hundredths, instead of leaving it 23 hundredths, I'm going to say multiply by 10, multiply by 100. Okay, because remember, every time I move that decimal point, that's like saying it's 10 times bigger or 10 times smaller. So if I do that in my divisor, so now I have 23 instead of 23 hundredths. Okay, I also have to do it to my dividend, times 10 times 100, because whatever you do to the divisor, you have to do to the dividend. So now my new numbers are 115 divided by 23, and you're going to get the same answer whether it's in decimal form or it's in whole number form, because all I did was multiply the divisor and the dividend by a multiple of 10 to make it easier to do. All right, and now you just multiply it out like normal. 23 does not go into 1 or into 11, but it does go into 115, and I'm guessing 5 times. So if I do 23 times 5, and I would get 10, 11, 115. So I know my answer is 5, and that's using the standard algorithm. Okay, so let's move on to some more hundreds grids. Move down your paper a little bit, and I'm going to start this with you. I'm going to see if you can finish it. So I have 2 and 88 hundredths divided by 72 hundredths. So I need to start off with my dividend and outline 2 holes. 1, 2, and then I have 88 hundredths. So I would need to outline 8 tenths, and then 8 hundredths. Let's hope I did that right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yep. Okay, so now I'm dividing by 72 hundredths. So I could say there are going to be amount of groups that each have 72 hundredths. So I could start with black, and I could do a group of 7 hundredths. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and then I have 2 hundredths over here. Okay, and then I'm going to do now a new color, red. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 2 hundredths. Okay. And do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 2 hundredths. Okay, all right, I want you to finish it off, figure out how many groups there are, and then I'm going to have you try the standard algorithm. And remember the most important part that's going to make it easier for you to divide. What do you need to do to the divisor? What do you need to multiply it by? But then also, and I'll give you a hint, also, what do you need to do to the dividend? Okay, so go ahead and finish off the drawing and finish off the standard algorithm. See if you get the same amount of equal groups. Good luck, guys. Do your best. As you complete today's lesson, don't forget this important key part where it says write more zeros in the dividends when needed. So remember, if you need to put a placeholder in there to make it work out, don't forget to do that. All right, guys, listen for what numbers you need to complete in your notebooks. Good luck.